Hi, welcome to this video, and I'm going to talk a little about some of the additional settings that we need to do when we're getting approved links. As I say, most of these things only need to be done once to get a product set up in the system. Now, in the previous video we looked at actually getting the link. We used this total mobile pages example and we've got the approved link from here. So let's just go back again and look at the same one. So I'm going to go to Total Mobile Pages and click Product Details once more. And again, we can see what we saw in the last video. I can go where I can request the link. So I'm going to click Request Link. Now, as I said, I can get the links from here, as we saw in the last video, but obviously if you haven't yet been approved, this will be a box and you need to just paste in the code that I showed you earlier, your particular user code, into that box and send it off a request, and very quickly I'll get that approved for you, and then this will come up with a link and you can just grab your approved link and add them in as you saw in the previous video. But the other things you want to do, well, there's two other things you really want to do here. One is you can add bonuses. So this is simply a bonus name, so that's your own particular reference, and a bonus URL. So a URL of a download page that will contain some bonuses. Basically that means that when you email out your link out to try and sell the particular product, you can offer them bonuses. You'll find some bonuses within the affiliate rec system, and of course you can add your own as well. But whatever you want to do, simply put the URL in here, and that means that when anybody buys through your particular link, they will also be given a link to the bonuses. So there'll be nothing more for you to do than to say, yes, I'm going to send you some bonuses, and it'll all be done automatically. Now, the other bit to do, and this is the most important piece, because this is all about building your buyer's email list. Now, it says Autoresponder integration here, and this is where the integration with the Getresponse works really well. The idea here is if somebody purchases again through your particular link, then not only will the vendor or the owner of this product get an email or a buyer's email, you will also get that same buyer's email. But you'll need to add that to a list. Now, you've got to worry about what lists are or anything at all at this stage because it's all very, very easy to do. So in video 1, we looked at setting all this up. So now all you need to do really is to just load the defaults, and that'll load your API key into here. And with the API key loaded, you can select any of the lists you want. Now, what I tend to do is create a new list for each of the products, so then you'll know which product it is and that it's actually a purchase list. So I'm going to create a new list in this case, and I'm going to call it TMP for Total Mobile Pages. In fact, I'll call it TMP Sales. I don't think you can use dashes actually. I think you can use characters and underscores if I remember rightly. That's a Getresponse limitation, I think, so I'm just going to call it TMP Sales for Total Mobile Pages, and then I'm going to create that list. It should just take a second, and it says your new list has been successfully created. It says about your JVZoo, but forget about that. That's kind of a bit of a hype. It's the Getresponse account this is being created on via the API key that you put in earlier. So if I just go back now, because I opened a new page, if I go back to here, and I'm actually going to refresh the page because we've just added a new list in, because it's pulled from the API, this page won't have seen the API actually pull a new one, so you'll be stuck with the old list on there. So I'm just going to refresh the page. I'm just going to click the refresh arrow up on the top of the browser. It'll refresh it, and now when I go into my autoresponder integration, load the defaults, and I should be able to find the one I created. There it is, a TMP Sales, and I'm going to save that, and that means now that every time I make a sale in here, that buyer's email address will be added to the TMP Sales list, and I'll be able to mark it to them afterwards. Okay, so pop back to my management center, and I'm kind of all done now. So my Total Mobile Pages, I've got a JVZoo affiliate link, and I've linked that into the buyer's page. I've added my bonuses in. I didn't actually add a bonus in, but you can add your bonuses in, of course, as I showed you, and that's you fully configured on that side. So everything now can be done from within the management center. And I'll cover all that in some later videos.